The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head women's soccer coach Simon Duffy. Simon, today we take a look at the 2017 CN women's soccer schedule. Kind of a nice schedule. Sets up fairly home-heavy, 8 home games, 2 more inside the state of Tennessee, so you're close to the home ground for the majority of the schedule. I know it's kind of a bizarre situation as a first-year head coach, taking a schedule that was partially crafted and then filling in some blanks. What did you try to do to help Carson-Newman be in a good position to succeed for 2017 with this slate?
Obviously, coming here in January, if not, every game was kind of set in stone. It was just sorting out times, but we did have to add. We only had, I think, 15 games, so we added in a game in a neutral venue against Clayton State. But other than that, I mean, we've got 8 home, 8 away games. It's pretty balanced in that respect. But some of the teams we're up against, we kind of have at home this year the likes of a Wingate and Lenore Ryan and those tough teams, and then obviously we play the likes of a Tusculum, which is always going to be a big one, but we travel to them, which is literally just up the road. So we open up the season, kind of a small tournament that we have. We've got Ferris State and Georgia College coming in that opening weekend, and also King as well, and they're gonna host Ferris State as well on that Sunday. So yeah, just looking forward to the season coming up. It's always going to be a tough season when you're playing in the SAC. Just some of the teams over the years are just very, very good, very well coached. A lot of good players, so it's going to be interesting to see how we come up against them.
Normally, when we release these things, we're talking about the number of NCAA tournament opponents. Correct. There's only 1 on the schedule this year, but that's in part because of how good the SAC was last year. Really kind of cannibalized itself. Correct,
it did. And coming from the Conference Carolinas, where we couldn't beg, borrow, and steal to get a team in. You looked at the teams in the SAC and the Peach Belt, and it was daunting looking at some of them. And there's just so many good teams in the SAC. It's I said it to the girls this spring. To win 1 SAC conference tournament is fantastic. To win 2 is very difficult. To win 3 is going to be, it's going to take a lot for us. We've got a big bullseye on our back. Everyone's going to be giving us their best games, and I'm just hopeful that the girls will continue to work like they have done in the spring, and then the new players coming in. We've kind of met them already. They've been here a couple of times on visits, camps, that kind of thing, so that they can gel quickly, and then obviously our internationals when they get in, that they can acclimatise quickly as well and kind of hit the ground running.
Non-conference, you kind of alluded to it. Ferris State,
yep.
Tough league that they play in the GLIAC with Grand Valley State, who's been one of the dominant forces in Division II soccer for a decade.
Absolutely.
Georgia College after that, Lees McRae, who you're familiar with from your time at King. What does that initial non-conference salvo do before that first conference game against Mars Hill in mid-September?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Obviously, the first 2 games are at home, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then we go on the road to Banner Elk. That's tough, regardless. You go up there. It's just different playing up there in the mountain. And they're a very good team. I know the coach. They're well coached. So that's going to be a good test for us before we get into that first game against Mars Hill. And we need to look at every game that we play, as silly as it may sound, as a conference opponent, and just go after them. We have 1 home game in the preseason fixture, 2 away games, really good games as well. So even before we hit that opening weekend, I'm hoping that the competition that we face is going to really set us up to push on from an early start.
Obviously, you want Carson-Newman fans to be at McCowan Field, Harvey Stadium, every game.
Yeah.
But if they can only make 1 game.
2 games? 2 games?
I'll give you 2, okay. Just because of how many quality home opponents you have this year.
On the men's side, you look at Wingate, and they're obviously defending national champions, but on the women's side, they're very, very good as well. So I'd say Wingate and Lenore Ryan fixtures are just kind of, I know the coach from Lenore Ryan, and he's just done amazing things there. So, it's going to be it's going to be tough, especially after last year. I know it was tough games against them on the road, so I'm hoping that we can return the favour and make this somewhere they don't enjoy coming to, that they don't enjoy leaving. So that's kind of one thing I hope we can do. Make this definitely a tough place to come and play. We'll see how it goes.
Simon, thanks for the time. Good luck this year.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's Carson-Newman head women's soccer coach Simon Duffy. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is seeaneagles.com.